Breaking news at 11. I am Achu.
And I'm Slap Happy Willie.
Nice. Hello. How are you, Slap Happy?
I'm feeling a little happy.
A little jolly.
Yeah.
After the breaking news that Will Smith came out in an apology video to Chris Rock, kind of, sort of.
If that was an apology video, I want an apology for that video because that was garbage.
What did you think about that?
I think he should. If he's such a great actor, he could have whipped up some of them Pursuit of Happiness tears, and in that video.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, show me some more tears. Show me some.
You wanted it to be
heart.
fake.
Yeah, be more. I mean, it was already fake. Nobody's believing that.
There's a lot of nuance to this situation.
So what? This video came out how many? A couple days ago? This past
2 or 3 days ago.
2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
It's been what? 4 months since the Oscars and the slap heard around the world.
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. Slapper. I just keep thinking of the snap from Avengers.
Oh.
But we're referring to this as the slap. Like,
Yeah.
if I say the slap, random people probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he might be sorry. I don't know. I don't believe him.
Any thoughts?
I think it was garbage.
Okay. Setting aside the fact that these are just millionaires hitting each other on stage, which is real funny, it did happen publicly. So I think that warrants a public apology to a certain extent. I mean, would you say that just acting like it never happened seems worse than that? As much as that is weird to me.
No, I think there should be a public apology. I think that it should have been sooner. Like 3 months later is kind of what'd you have to. It looked like he was reading off a teleprompter.
Poorly.
Yeah.
You think so?
You can barely get through the teleprompter.
I feel
I've
like he
seen
was
Joe
making it
Biden
up.
read off a teleprompter is better than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Biden off the cuff is almost as good as that.
No, let's not go there. That's some crazy gibberish coming from those lips.
Yeah, I don't.
But obviously, Chris Rock still doesn't want to talk to him.
Well, yeah.
We gathered that from
No. And his mother's really upset too about
his
it.
mother.
Why is he coming out looking like Tiger Woods? He's got like the white polo and the
He
hat.
always wears that stuff.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
So.
I watched some of his YouTube stuff.
Okay.
He was very adamant that Jada didn't say anything though. That I don't necessarily believe.
Oh, I bet you he got an earful of Jada when on their way home. Like she was probably nonstop just talking. Just nah.
She was probably proud of him though.
I mean,
She probably instigated it, and he's just covering.
I don't know. But again, this is where we're at right now.
wait, should we be talking about Jada? Are we worried about Will Smith coming here and
You just hear from us, get my wife's name. No.
I think we could take him.
Three of us.
Chris Rock just breezed that off.
That's
He
true.
very well
That's
did.
true. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
an absolute fact.
And
Hardly
kudos.
phased him.
Let's give kudos to Chris Rock here. Okay, he took it like a champ, and he could have easily flew off the handle right back at him.
Could have.
Could have been an all-out prison brawl. Celebrities punching, like benches clearing, and he didn't. So I respect Chris Rock a lot for that.
The only thing that I'll give Will Smith credit for is that didn't seem like an act to me. You may have thought that was an act. That didn't seem like an act to me. You want to see an act? Go watch his acceptance speech for the award that he won, not like 20 minutes after he hit Chris. And he's up there crying, and he's up there accepting his award for King Richard. That was an act. Go watch. That's embarrassing. It's bad. Because he's just trying to take all the light away from the fact that he just hit someone and now he's winning an award. But he's also not allowed to win any awards for a while. So
How many years has he been? 10?
it might have been 10. Might have been 10.
I mean, it's his first one in, 20 years? So
More than 20.
he probably ain't winning another
I
one.
doubt. I don't know. A lot of those actors like that, they don't start winning their awards until they're in their like 50s plus, because that's when they start getting into the dramatic roles anyway. He wasn't doing anything Oscar worthy yet.
I mean, he had the Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, it's true. Ain't that a slap in the face?
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome back to Popcorn and Coffee. Table Talk. I'm your host, Jesse. Got Jay over here. Colin on the computer. How we doing, guys?
Doing all right.
Good. Busy week.
It has been a week. I think all of us are feeling that one.
Oh, yeah.
We're here and we're going to do our best to
Entertain.
Yes.
deliver the content, deliver the goods in the basket. Did you come up with that name on the fly?
Yeah.
Nice. That's way better. I was thinking about mine the whole ride over here.
Yeah, I was nervous. I knew usually you send me breaking news.
I know.
And I was like,
Again,
if
it's
we're
been
gonna-
that kind of week, though.
Yeah, yeah. So
Did you see the trailer that just dropped for a new League of Their Own series they're putting on
no.
Amazon Prime? Yeah. Yeah. You'll have to go watch that later.
It's gonna be. That's gonna be an interesting one. I mean, I like that. I love that movie with Tom Hanks. I think it's a great.
Well, the movie was good, yes,
Yeah.
but everything that I'm seeing in the show isn't that. It's very, like, feminist in the best way. A League
Yeah.
of Their Own is, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's propping women up to the pedestal they deserve to be propped up to, which
Uh-huh.
is great. But that that movie was never like we're better than all the men. It's
Yeah.
just like, at least in this scenario, we're as good. We could do it too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which I think is valid.
Well, and the thing of it is, the women did do that back in the 30s when World War II happened, and the Major League Baseball was struggling, and they didn't, because all the men went off to war. They had a women's league come in. Like, that's loosely based on a true story, with as far as like the women's baseball league and stuff.
Yeah.
That actually happened. Great.
The show doesn't look like that.
Probably a lot of lesbian stuff, if I'm
There's
gonna guess.
a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a very woke
Yeah.
League of Their Own.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a woke league.
Is it set in modern times or is it?
No, it's set in the same era. Yeah.
Oh,
But there's definitely a lot of modern influence to it as opposed to just letting it be what it is.
Yeah.
Which is what makes that movie great.
So instead of actually doing a period piece, you're just going to do a period piece and put modern.
ideologies.
Yeah.
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 Which sucks. And it doesn't have, for an Amazon series, it definitely doesn't have the money behind it looked like, so it looked rather
Really?
cheap, which is unfortunate.
Is there anyone from the movie that's
No.
working on it or going to be?
I don't think so.
No.
Nobody, I didn't see anybody in the movie. I didn't see any names attached to it, which is unfortunate.
When is that set to release?
I don't think it had a date.
No.
I don't think it had a date.
All right.
We talked mad heavy trailer stuff last week.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the conversation was trailer stuff. But yeah, we're still getting more because they also released the trailer for that Sylvester Stallone movie, The Samaritan.
Okay.
I think I remember telling you guys about the premise.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think I remember you saying
He
something
plays like a
about
washed up superhero,
it. Yeah.
and a kid comes in. He's like, "I know who you are," and he brings him back to. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good, but you're getting that old man Rocky appeal from
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone, and he's just super strong.
It's good.
It looks decent. It comes out in August too, so it's not that far
Oh,
away.
nice.
Yeah, it's like the end of August that comes out. So
Cool.
Yeah, it's close.
I would check out the trailer for that one for
Okay.
sure because that looks like it's gonna be fun.
So breaking news today. Well, not breaking news, but today is the birth of George Jetson.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, isn't
I
it?
know. Yeah.
That is crazy though.
Somebody birthed him. I don't know who.
I'm assuming his mother. So, in the lore of like the Jetsons, how futuristic was 2022? Like, obviously, the show's set when he's in his 40s.
Yeah, I mean, he's
30s,
got
40s?
2 kids, a dog, and a wife. So
And his daughter's a teenager in that show, so he's
Yeah.
probably in his 40s. Yet
Yeah.
he was born in 2022. That was a pretty futuristic world.
that takes place in, let's say, the 2060s.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay, so we still have a shot at the flying cars and the
Robots,
robot. Yeah, we might be alive for that. You and I, and him.
maybe.
I probably won't.
Yeah,
There's always
you
one.
definitely.
There's always one person who's like, nah, I ain't gonna live to see that. Did you ever
Didn't
watch
they-
the Jetsons?
I remember watching it some as a kid. Yeah.
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 Wasn't the skyline like super futuristic buildings with
Oh yeah.
car air hangars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of infrastructure to put in 40 years.
A lot. That's why I'm saying in the world of the show, their 2022 was already super futuristic
More advanced,
than what we have.
Okay.
We still haven't even gotten the Cybertruck out yet.
Yeah. It's a thing though. At least it's a thing.
Concept at this point.
Yeah, but look at cell phones from. You go like the 1990s with cell phones in the cars, and then like 2005, you get touchscreen, or 2007, something like that, around that era.
And now we're getting like flat screen flip phones,
Yeah,
which is insane.
I don't get how that works.
Yeah, I don't know how the whole folding membrane display works with
Yeah.
those. There's really only one out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Samsung product, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
think
they
they've
look
got
cool.
Variants of it.
I wonder if they're like, I wonder if the screen protection, like since it closes, like what's the screen's obviously got to be somewhat flexible if it can bend like that, right?
Yeah, it's probably not a glass screen.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's two separate screens, is it?
No.
Is it one solid screen all the way through?
When
Even the bend?
connected, I think it is
Yeah.
continuous.
My aunt has one, so I've like,
Wow.
yeah.
Nice.
I'm like,
I didn't know your family was.
we keep to ourselves.
We don't like to brag, but I've got one of those flip phones. No, that's cool though. Were you a Flintstone guy or a Jetsons guy?
Probably more Flintstones. I
We
watched
were
more
probably,
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, watch the Jetsons too, though. Not as much. I actually like Scooby Doo.
That was the top one, yeah.
Never much of a Scooby Doo fan myself. It's alright though.
Was it because I had? Never mind.
It wasn't real ghosts.
Some of them had witches.
Ooh. Mufasa.
Yeah.
Say it again. My kids like Scooby Doo now, but I wasn't really into it.
I don't think I've watched it in years. I don't think my kids ever watched it.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
They watched that Scoob. They were just watching that the other night, actually. That newest one that came out.
Oh yeah.
Where they're like young.
Oh okay.
They're young and then they grow up in it. It's not even all set when they're young. They
Oh.
grow up, unfortunately.
Hmm.
It is what it is. There's a lot of stuff, and I think you saw a glimpse of the image already.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff going around on the internet right now. That fan speculation with the Joker 2 coming out. That it's, and I don't remember what the title is in like French of what the movie's gonna be, but there's speculation there's gonna be two Jokers. So Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, kind of like what all of us would have assumed, is the one that inspires the actual Joker that then goes to fight Batman. But a lot of people want to see Willem Dafoe come in as a second or even third Joker. Because for a long time, everyone's like, you know what's a good role for you? The Joker. And he's like, he's had interviews where he's like, I don't know if I should be offended by that or if I should be happy about it, that you're all typecasting me as this psychopath. But someone put together this fan art, which is the amalgamation of both of their faces for poster art.
That is terrifying.
And that is the creepiest thing I think I've ever seen.
I do think William Dafoe could play a good Joker though. Like I mean for you, I think he's got the face for it and the voice. And I mean
he's already played Joker. His version of Goblin was pretty much like a Joker.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he does the real creepy on-off flip.
Yeah.
And then just the face manipulation.
Yeah,
really
and just
well.
crazy, unhinged, all that. I find somebody else. I really like that they cast what was his name? Barry Cohen from the Eternals for the Batman movie as the Joker in the Batman movie. I think that's great. We need to start heading more that direction. So, but that they're also speculating. Well, that's not speculation because it's announced that Lady Gaga is going to come play Harley Quinn in that movie. So it's just going to be weird. Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it?
For the Joker 2?
Mm-hmm.
I'm whatever on it. I mean, the first one I enjoyed. It was a decent film.
Yeah, it was okay.
I've not watched it since, and I had no desire to. But
I have watched it since.
have you?
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay the second time.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
The big twist in it was what was kind of cool. Like when you realize he's not dating that woman, and he goes into his apartment. I'm just like, oh, no way.
Did he kill her? And her son?
I don't think so. It didn't show. They left it
That's
up
the
to
thing.
They left it up to your,
It's like a
Yeah.
Reddit thread of like, did he kill her? Did he not kill her?
Yeah,
I think he killed her.
maybe.
I don't know. He didn't kill that little guy though.
Yeah. You know who he wasn't killing? The audience is at a stand-up.
That's terrible.
Did you know? Speaking of sequels, here we go again with like, did you know that we needed a Godzilla versus Kong 2?
No.
Because it's in the works right now.
Did the first one do that great?
But I think so,
Did it?
actually. I think it did the best out of all of those Godzilla movies. Kong, Skull Island might have done the best,
Yeah.
now that I think about it. And then Godzilla vs. Kong did next.
I have a hard time getting into those like big monster films like that, like the Godzilla,
Really?
the Mothra and stuff. I want to like them, but whenever I see them, I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm like, I don't watch it, and I hear people talk about it. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not gonna watch it now. I don't know. I want to like them. I want to like watch them. Like I watched Kong Skull Island, and I watched the Godzilla with Bryan Cranston from like 10 years ago.
Probably the best one.
Yeah,
Honestly.
but
Those two were the best two.
yeah, I don't know. I just can't like. They're just not. I don't get excited about them.
I just don't know what you're going to do with a Godzilla vs. Kong 2 because they crammed everything into that first one. They crammed everything with like the inner world. I don't remember what they call it.
I have no idea.
Like Journey to the Center of the Earth stuff where there's a world inside like the crust of the earth and it's a different world.
Oh,
And that's where Kong lives now.
those with the mole people.
Yeah, so there's that. You introduced Mechagodzilla in that. They introduced everything interesting in that movie already.
Mechagodzilla, is that like the Muslims version?
Godzilla
The
with
mechanical
turban.
Godzilla, giant mechanical Godzilla.
Yeah.
Mecha, nice. And it looked bad. Mechagodzilla. Did you watch it?
No.
I didn't watch it either.
It looked like what was the dinosaur robot in the Rugrats?
Reptar.
Reptar. It looked like a Reptar as well.
Oh wow.
Real funny.
That's what we need. It's Kong versus Reptar.
My money's on Reptar on that one.
I don't know. They made him to be really cool in that movie though. He was impressive.
Yeah.
But he had a scale from a Godzilla, then he made it into an axe.
That's cool.
That was cool. It was really cool. So we made it into an axe that could hold nuclear energy.
Was he an alien?
Is Kong
No,
a
God-
rocket scientist?
Godzilla is nuclear, so like his
That
breath is
doesn't
nuclear.
mean that Kong can know that harnesses the power.
He's still a monkey.
He's just a giant ape.
No, he's way smarter than
You know
a
how
giant.
how long it takes the blood to get from his heart through his body back up to his head? No.
Scientifically impossible. It's too long. It's like a
No,
kid.
how do you think he stayed alive so long? He's definitely smart.
He's a big Ulf. I mean, look at Gronkowski. He stayed alive for a while too.
Smarter than the rest of them. They all
Well,
died.
Bigfoot's still out there hiding.
Yeah.
Bigfoot?
Yeah, it only comes out for the photo ops and then runs back.
Yep. They only get the one photo though. They can't get him to pose in any of them.
That one was a fake.
Yeah.
He got him to bite the bait.
Sasquatch. Beef jerky.
Those-
Go ahead.
No,
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say those Sasquatch commercials. They hold up.
Yeah, those were good.
I want to know what that caveman's doing now though. That's
Nothing.
He's been
He's
gone
doing
for
nothing.
a while, yeah.
Huh?
He's been gone for a minute.
Yeah.
He's retired somewhere.
You think they had like all those? They have like a support group for the ones that got kicked off, like the caveman, the Sasquatch, and
That's a movie I want to see though.
Yeah.
Like make it in the form of like a Chippendale,
yeah.
the
Oh,
Rescue
yeah.
Rangers movie that we watched, and it's just all the commercial characters, and they're like, "Yeah, well, when I got done with my TV run, that would be funny."
Yeah.
Man, those were the years for us.
Here we got.
It did get me thinking though, because I was talking to a buddy from work, people are still talking about Top Gun Maverick and
Okay.
how much they love this movie, like really. And then I'm seeing all of these sequels coming out, and I do think that even though I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, I do trust all the people that I have heard talk about it say it's better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think the original was that good, so it didn't take much to get better than that one. What other movies can you think of that are sequels better than their originals? And I put that on the group text. So even though you haven't seen this,
Yeah.
I know you've heard this question.
Yes. And I forgot about it till now.
Probably put The Dark Knight over
That's good.
of the Nolan 3, second one over the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good example. I think that Creed 2 is better than Creed 1. So those are 3 movies right there.
Rocky 3 is probably the best Rocky out of the Rocky movies.
Mm-hmm. Terminator 2.
Toy Story 2.
Better than the original?
I like
You
Toy
think so?
Story. I think I like that one just a hair better. Not like a lot, but I think it's
A lot of people rate 3 as like the best one.
no.
I think 1 is great. 2 is good. Like it continues that story really, really well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Better than the first one?
No, it's not. It's not bad, but
I had more in my mind.
yeah, I'm trying to think of sequels that I like. Empire Strikes Back is better than A New
Ooh,
Hope.
That's good. That's a good one.
Uh,
All Dogs Go to Heaven 2.
better than the original. I don't know about that. I don't remember though either. I haven't seen them in a while.
Was the first one with the little girl or a little boy?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Whichever one had the little girl in it. I think that's the first one. What about Babe 2, Pig in the City?
Not a fan.
Daddy's Home 2, I think is better than the first one.
I would agree with that as well. Is that John Lithgow in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Him kissing Will Ferrell. There's a lot of comedies I think where sequels are better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any more.
Yeah.
I can't think of any more.
Oh, Captain America 2. The Winter Soldier.
Oh, definitely better.
way
than the
better
first
than the
one.
original.
That's probably the
that's a good-
pinnacle of
that's a good
that.
example.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
trying to think of. What about Batman Returns? That was a joke.
Yeah, it is. That movie is a joke.
A lot of sequels though. A lot of sequels coming
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
which is whatever.
Did you see? Apparently, Aaron Paul signed on to be in the MCU at some point.
What role is he playing?
They haven't announced it yet, but the picture I saw of him signing on, they had below it the Silver Surfer.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that might be a flop there. I don't mind the guy.
I don't mind him in the
I don't
MCU.
think that role is for him.
Yeah, they haven't announced
He's too
which
short.
role, but he did sign on to be in the
Ooh.
MCU. So where do you think?
Golly, the MCU is gonna get real weird with its actors. You know, we
They
just talked
just
about
gotta
Jamie
keep
Lee
getting new
Curtis last
people.
week.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about him. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what would be a good one for him.
Plus, they got the kid from it had Jennifer Aniston in it, and it had Jason Sudeikis.
Oh yeah, that dude.
They
Can't
were like a
remember
fake
his name.
couple.
Yeah, it's not Jason Sudeikis.
Who was it?
It was We're the Millers is the movie you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yes.
It's not Jason Sudeikis.
Who is it?
It's
Ed Helms.
no, Ed Helms is in it. Is it Jason Sudeikis?
It's Jason Sudeikis.
I think you're right. I don't know why the name just didn't.
I
add
believe
up.
I am correct. But
Okay.
anyways, the guy who played their son, their fake son,
Yeah, yeah.
he's in the MCU. He'll be in the next Guardians movie
He
as
is
Adam Warlock.
Jacked out of his
Oh, yeah.
And
mind.
he's huge.
Yeah.
He is giant.
Yes, from the Maze
now.
Runner. He was in all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing that picture and then seeing him tied to it.
They've been teasing Adam Warlock for a while now.
Forgot that is what he was tied to, wasn't it?
And a big miss was definitely not putting Beta Ray Bill in Thor Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on you, Taika. That's on you. I don't know what character he could play.
Yeah. Would you have him play a villain? Would you have him play a superhero?
I feel like he could play an accessory to the main villain,
Yeah.
but not be like the main
Like a
villain guy.
henchman.
Yeah, but not like a dumb oaf henchman,
Yeah.
but like an elite
Kind
henchman.
of like a Jesse White henchman to Walt.
Yeah.
Or Jesse.
Yeah,
Pretty
kind of
much
like
that
a
role.
like a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make him be the.
Just get Bryan Cranston to play the villain.
Yep. They just both pull up in an El Camino, and you're
Yeah.
like, I know where we're going.
Be the universe's most prolific drug dealers. Make him a villain in the Guardians movie.
Oh gosh.
That would
Sylvester
probably
Stallone
work.
was in there.
They got the Tesseract or blue meth.
They got the Tesseract.
Yo, Mr. White.
Oh gosh. I have no idea about the future of the MCU. We keep bringing this up.
Yeah,
But
it's big news. I also saw that Disney Plus is announced, or I don't know how true it is. I didn't do deep dive into it, but something about a World Hawk series,
World War Hulk.
World War Hawk on
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Disney Plus
I
in a
saw
series
you
form.
sent that out,
Yeah.
and I don't know if the rights refer to the fact that Marvel can't make a Hulk movie because I know not Sony. Somebody still owns the rights to Hulk. That's why they haven't made a Hulk solo movie. And Universal, it's Universal because Universal was made the Incredible Hulk that came out in 2008. That's why they just keep putting the Hulk's character in other movies because they're allowed to do that. They're just not allowed to make a movie. But if that's a Disney Plus series, I don't know if they're allowed to make a series that involves the Hulk primarily. Maybe that
Gotta
skirts
be
around the
some
rules.
kind of legal loophole.
Do we want that though?
What's going to be the payoff to that, though?
I don't know.
Because it's going to have to be set, if it's in this universe, in the past, to Ragnarok era, when he was on that planet.
That's a good point.
So it's not going to have any bearing on the future story. It would just be like a side mission.
Unless they wanted to bring in other Hulk.
That's the only
in
thing
the
it would
MCU,
do. That's
they
the
could.
only thing
Yeah.
it would do.
But
Is
that would-
tie into.
I would rather see a World War Hulk movie than a series.
Absolutely.
Because if you do a series, it's almost going to have to be like a one and done if it's going to be in the past like that.
They still haven't even done the whole right yet. I
No.
feel like.
And
I
I think it's hard to do a solo Hulk movie. I mean, we've had how many of them over the years?
Two. It's
And-
hard because they're not doing it right.
Yeah.
They're not doing a Jekyll and Hyde movie. They're doing a Hulkman versus the government movie, and that's just not a good movie. You have to do it about Bruce and the Hulk. The movie has to
Yeah.
be about the two of them. If it's not that, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And then what I really don't like, and we saw it in the She-Hulk trailer for that series that's coming out soon. I'm really over Professor Hulk stuff. It's annoying. I don't care about that character. He doesn't do literally anything interesting ever. He barely did anything interesting in Endgame. Barely. Just separate those guys again and let them. And I think that they will because we saw footage from the show way early on, and it just shows Mark Ruffalo in a sling
Right.
from getting all burned up from Endgame and things. So surely they're going to have to get separated again at some point, which is what I would much rather see. They could borderline get rid of that character altogether and it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's not.
Because I really think Mark Ruffalo was good, really good in the 2012 Avenger movie.
Mhm.
But ever since then, I personally haven't cared that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he gave a good little boost of personality to Monster Hulk. But yeah, once it went into Professor Hulk, it just doesn't stand.
It's just Mark Ruffalo.
Just make him normal Ruffalo.
Just doing
If
Ruffalo
you're going to do
stuff.
Ruffalo things.
He's just like, he has a weird way that he speaks and
Yeah.
acts, and it's just now he's just big and green doing that very same thing.
Who would win in a fight, Hulk or Kong?
Probably Hulk.
Probably the Hulk.
Does Kong have regenerative powers?
No.
No, but he knows how to harness energy and
Does he have his nuclear scale axe?
Wouldn't the Hulk be able to absorb the power?
Does he? I don't think he absorbs nuclear power.
Or he would at least survive it.
He's pretty much unstoppable. Hulk can't die from anything.
You just have to tell him when the sun's going down, and you got him.
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
Oh no, it's almost bedtime.
Oh no. That was the best version of that character though. He was slightly manageable.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we've got in Age of Ultron Hulk is good stuff too.
yeah.
Some of it.
I didn't even mind him in Ragnarok, but
Touch and go. It was touch and go. Sorry. I was gonna segue into the the whale talk off of the Hulk,
It's
and
gonna make
I
a
thought that would be
terrible,
real rude, so I
terrible joke.
decided not to. Oh, you can cut all that. That's fine. Speaking of sequels, though, before we get into that, speaking of sequels, Aquaman 2 is supposed to have Ben Affleck's Batman in it.
Oh, nice.
Are we looking for more Batfleck?
No,
But he's with J-Lo now.
don't care.
We're going to get a better version of him.
Nope, that's.
No.
I
Depressed
disagree.
Affleck is the best acting Affleck. That's the one we need.
What's that?
Depressed Affleck
yeah.
is
Yeah.
the best acting.
Depressed flag.
Mhm.
Yes. I don't care about that movie at all, personally.
No.
I never watched the first one. I have a hard time getting myself to watch any DC stuff now.
It's very difficult. Very difficult.
At least Amber Heard's out of it though.
She is. So,
They should have just left her in to get eaten by a whale or something.
I mean, they cut Amber Heard, but they're letting the Flash stay in his movie. So.
blows my mind.
That is appalling.
Who's worse?
Oh, Amber Heard definitely.
Think so?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, he's a pretty
Very-
deplorable
Yeah,
human
no,
being.
I mean,
Very
no.
clearly.
she may have pooped in a bed, but he...
Yes, it's not about the fact that she pooped in the bed. It's whose bed she pooped in.
She just wants money. And guess
Hey.
what? Me too.
Funny thing is she should have known better than to go up against like literally one of America's most loved actors.
Did we know that before the trial, though?
Oh, I did. I knew she was gonna get eaten.
He had a cult following.
I just mean, do we know that he was America's most beloved?
One of the most. I think. Yeah, he's.
He may not be the poster child of American acting, but he does have a massive cult following.
Yeah.
That's why there were droves of people trying to get into the courtroom.
He's from Kentucky. He
That's
talks like
probably
he's
why.
from
Even
Australia and England combined. And
He's a man
from
of culture.
I like him more post-trial, I'll be honest.
Hey, he's selling out shows in England right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Like, make another movie, man.
But yeah, Amber Heard only got taken out though because the petitions to get her removed.
Yeah.
Like America voted her out off the island.
You think so?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Let's put
Because
the
there's clearly no standard if they're
Well,
leaving
obviously,
yeah
the Flash in.
yeah. Let's have the Flash.
I'll be honest, though. I just think the Flash movie doesn't come out until, like, end of next year. So it's still a long ways away. I still don't think they have a clue what they're going to do with that movie.
Yeah.
I think they're hoping that between now and then, because it's so far away, that Ezra Miller comes back to reality, gets help, goes through rehab, and he's a good person.
You mean you want him to snap back to reality?
Oh, there goes gravity. Like he goes full circle back to redeemed before the movie's supposed to come out, so they can save face and not lose almost $1 billion. That's what I think is happening.
I just kind of want him to stay where he's at and see how this thing plays out.
They should just spend the extra $50 million and get him CG'd out, and just
Way
get the
more
other
than that.
dude. $100 million.
I don't think that they.
What's
can't.
$100 million in light of $1 billion?
Look, I saw that video the other day of Joe Biden
That
being
was
CGI'd
creepy.
over. If they can
was
do that,
creepy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you
They
didn't watch that?
deepfaked Biden, and it was an actual like press conference thing.
yeah,
It wasn't his voice. It wasn't his face. He looked kind of plastic and soft, and his eyes were different.
Yeah,
His
like,
delivery was straight, and like he was reading the teleprompter clean. Like they're CGing a version of him to do these now.
he didn't blink.
Yeah, no blinking.
So there was no in-person conference. It was all online.
I think it was like a video conference.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Huh.
it was
I'd have to
creepy.
watch it.
I saw one they did with Tom Cruise where he was golfing.
Oh,
Mhm.
deepfake stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I saw some of the Tom Cruise stuff.
it was Tom Cruise. Like you couldn't tell. It
There
was
was
his
a
voice,
group.
his mannerisms, everything was flawless.
There's a group, and what do they call themselves? Metaphysics, I think they call themselves. I saw them on America's Got Talent, and they had this. They rolled out this giant camera and had an opera singer come out. Some famous. He was on the show years ago. Come out, and he stood in front of the prompter, kind of like the way the camera is to me, except it was a massive camera. And then they superimposed that onto the giant screen that they have in America's Got Talent, and it was Simon Cowell's face. So it was Simon Cowell singing this opera song, and it was Simon Cowell. Like,
That's
it
the
looked,
levels it's gotten
yes,
to.
yeah,
You
yes,
don't
it
have
was
to
insane.
apply it in post. It's live.
They were doing it right then and there.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the apps now where you can take pictures and make the pictures talk and stuff?
Yeah,
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
that's sketchy.
What is this world
do you think you
coming
could
to?
like face swap Jesse and I for a show?
You could probably pull it off.
That'd be funny.
That'd be weird.
Like, yeah.
I'd be down
Or
there.
all three of us just.
That's better than some of the other stuff that we're seeing in films right now. Simpler. Because we're about to get Brendan Fraser as a 600-pound man.
Did you get my picture for this show notes here? How did that get in there?
600-pound man.
He's a dedicated man of his craft.
I thought he was already that big, to be honest.
So the
like
synopsis
he looked
is
bad a while ago.
Oh, he didn't look that bad. He kind of made his way back with some of the recent stuff
Oh,
that
did
he's
he?
been doing. Yeah, because he did. He's been doing DC stuff.
I think he said at least 2 roles recently.
Yeah, and he looks pretty decent. He had a lot of health problems post
Yeah.
that last Mummy movie that he made. Because they broke him on that set. He had a ton of surgeries. Back.
I think it was a lot of
surgeries and
back
knees.
related stuff.
Yeah, so I could see him kind of falling apart.
Yeah,
for
if
a
you're
while.
down when you can't move much, that's.
But what
understandable.
really gets me, okay, and I was like, this movie looks really interesting. I want to watch this movie based off of a 600-pound middle-aged man named Chris tries to reconnect with his 17-year-old daughter, played by Sadie Sink.
Really?
So I was like, ooh, that sounds really interesting. And then I read further the rest of the plot synopsis, which is the two grew apart after Charlie abandoned his family for his gay lover who later died. Charlie then went on to binge eat to eat the pain and guilt away. That is a completely different movie than what I thought this movie was going to be.
So instead of. Never mind, I can't say that.
He
This is a
plays
family show.
He plays a 600-pound gay man. Yes. Who left his like?
So he just gained weight. He didn't get nothing else.
Oh, I guarantee you, it's a fat suit.
No, never mind. I meant in the movie.
I see. I see. It went like this.
Yeah.
And then it circled back around, and I got it.
Okay.
No. My answer. No. Oh, do we need that? Do we need this movie?
No.
I want to see Brendan Fraser do more stuff, though. I like
It's
Brendan
like
Fraser.
I would like to see him in a drama, maybe not this premise.
There was a drama he was in a while ago. I can't remember what it was called. With Vanessa and Hudgens.
What did you
What?
just say?
Vanessa and Hutchinson.
Vanessa and
has
Hutchins.
Hutchinson's disease.
Why do you say Anne?
Her middle name's Anne.
Nobody says Vanessa.
It's not all
Ann
one
Hutchins.
word though. Vanessa
It's
and Hutchins.
Vanessa Hutchins.
It's
Vanessa Hutchins.
It's Vanessa and Hutchins. It's look at IMDb.
Where's
that's
the N Hutchins?
Anne.
Is this a pillow pillow
You
milk
have to
milk
pull it up.
situation?
I'm pretty sure it's on
It's not
IMDb.
Ana de Armas, like,
She's not got like a
IMDb
5-part
it.
name.
as long as your internet's working.
I mean,
So we're looking for IMDb.
anyways, he was in a movie with her
What was
where was it called maybe Apple? Where again he basically abandoned his daughter and then they try to reconnect and she's like,
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Vanessa.
I stand
her
corrected.
middle name is Anne,
Ah,
but I've never seen her professionally go by Vanessa Ann Hutchins.
I
Ever.
swear I've heard someone call her that before.
Her mother?
I don't know. I
A
don't know
close
the woman.
friend.
Anyways, is there a movie with her and Brandon Fraser
Go
down
to
there?
her filmography now.
Came out within the last maybe 7 years.
Apple?
Yes.
Sure it wasn't Peaches? Or the My Little Pony New Generation? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Her character name was Apple and Gimme Shelter.
That's it.
That's the movie. Yeah, they're in that together.
Who directed that? I remember that movie. Oh, he is in it. You're right.
Ron
Rosario
Cross.
Dawson's in it. James Earl Jones.
That's a star-studded cast.
It was a decent movie from what I
Wow.
remember.
And she's like a homeless person, drug addict.
Yeah, drug addict, homeless. I think she's pregnant
Oh,
in the movie, and she comes like she finds her dad, and
That's her dad.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
and he tries to make up for like lost time because he like
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I feel like I might have seen that back when it came out.
Really?
Some of those images look familiar.
So that image, he doesn't necessarily look like he would be 600 pounds.
No, I mean you don't see the rest of his body,
It's
but
true. But if you're 600 pounds, you ain't moving.
have you watched my 500-pound, 600-pound life?
No.
They
Okay.
move.
Do they?
Yeah, they walk around the house.
Oh. I thought that would have been. I don't know what we're doing.
I mean, I don't watch the show personally. I'm just saying. Let me clarify.
Listen,
Uh,
there's avenues for help. If you have an issue, this is obviously a problem. People fall into guilt and shame and then start binging. That's a real thing that people
Yeah.
struggle with.
yeah.
I don't want to make light of that. I'm making light of Brendan Fraser because I can.
Because he's Brandon Fraser.
I
Yes.
say, how are you making
Because he's an
light
actor.
of him?
Huh?
How are you making light of him? This is a very heavy subject.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But for real, if seek help, that's all I'm saying. There's a lot of people who can give you help. Biggest Loser. A lot of people got it.
Or if you don't want help, go to My 600-Pound Life and make money off your.
Or make money off of it.
They at least try to help you.
Do they try to help you on that show?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was just like a show to glorify.
No, I don't think it's as much making fun. I mean, they capitalize to some degree on that, but there is an element of offered help. It's whether or not they take it, and
'Cause,
they
I mean,
kind of
that's a bad-
capitalize on
that's
the
a bad
drama
place
of
to
them
be.
not
Yeah.
taking it.
You know, you're not
Yeah.
going to live very long in
Yeah.
those situations. So, for sure. That is nothing.
So, are you gonna watch this movie though?
We watched Joe Bell. So, yes, I will probably watch this movie, unless it's one of those weird ones that goes right to Apple TV Plus or something, then no. But I would probably watch this because I like Sadie Sink and I like Brendan Fraser. So, regardless of what the plot is, I'll probably watch it. Unless it's straight up. Speaking of Ana de Armas, she's doing that Blonde, which is the
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe movie.
Yeah.
That's rated NC-17.
That doesn't shock me.
Going to Netflix. That's crazy to me.
We
So
just don't.
literally anybody can just accidentally watch this.
Why do we even have ratings anymore then? If you're just throwing it out there to where
That's what I'm
kids and stuff
saying.
can get a hold of it. Like I remember. Now this dates us a little bit, but I remember going to the movie store and you couldn't check out a movie if it was rated R.
Yeah, and anything
If you were
rated
under the age
higher
of
than
17.
R was in a different room.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
right.
was in the back. You had to get like, clearance to go.
You couldn't go in there. Yeah.
If you were under 16 or 17,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So now it's just like, okay, here it is, kids. That's crazy to me. That's the world we live in, though. And that's a good point to bring up, like the way movie rental stores used to be. Really shows where we've come. Man,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. Not near as unfortunate. Not near as I'm gonna stop. Not as This is far more unfortunate. Though.
It's more unfortunate.
Lie down before you hurt yourself.
Sebastian Stan is coming out in a new movie.
He's coming out.
It says it's starring a different man.
We're sorry. The movie is called A Different Man, but Sebastian Stan is.
It all rhymes.
Stan's the
Just look
man.
at him.
Oh! Insidious. Take it away, Colin.
Is this the one that died in Brendan Fraser's movie?
Is it in what?
Was this like last seconds of life for the guy in Brendan Fraser's movie?
That's Brandon Fraser's gay lover and
He
600-pound man.
He was the different man.
Ugh.
Oh,
Bring it back up.
it looks like the Thing.
I don't know if it's an Elephant Man movie. But
I
That
thought the
is-
last one was.
I didn't even read it. But that is Sebastian Stan.
Oof.
Will you watch that movie?
It's an A24 movie.
Yep. Probably not.
No, it is an A24 movie. It says.
No, I'm saying that I probably
Oh,
won't
okay.
watch it.
Okay.
More
I
because
mean,
it's an A24 movie.
I guess it depends on what it's about. Pam and Tommy, a cannibal with charisma and fresh.
These are just other roles he's played.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
But this,
the
look,
plot
and
line.
it says right there, an Elephant Man type character.
Okay.
So he's just got problems.
I have a real strong problem with this article when they say, who have recently delivered hits such as Hereditary. I don't know about that one. They might have missed a letter on that there.
It was pretty popular, though. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt that Hereditary
Okay.
did well.
Popularity doesn't
So did Batman
relate to
Returns.
quality.
And just for the audience, record,
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
there are two movies I think all three of us on here can agree that are the worst movies ever made. That's Batman Returns and Hereditary.
I just hope that whatever he's got going on isn't Hereditary.
You think that's like leprosy?
I have no idea.
It's like
Oh.
some deformity mixed with chemical burn.
Yeah, that's rough. That
terrifying.
is nasty looking. That's-
Ooh. Read that third paragraph right there, Colin. The one down. That one. I can't read it from here.
So it says, written and directed by Aaron Schimberg, a different man tells the story of Edward, an outcast yearning for a new life who decides to undergo facial reconstructive surgery. Following the procedure, he becomes obsessed with an actor starring as him in a stage production based on his former life. Psychological thriller is not slated to be released until 2023, but this is the first image shown of it.
Okay. So this. Okay. Okay. So this is what his face is going to look like. Who gets facial reconstructive surgery, i.e., 15 minutes into the movie, he's just going to look like Sebastian Stan.
And he gets.
And then the rest of the movie
surgery
is
goes
just-
bad, and he looks like this.
No.
No, he looked like this, got reconstructive surgery, and now he's on a mission against the people making a play about him.
Oh, okay,
So he's just going to be beautiful Sebastian Stan for the rest of the movie.
okay.
And God bless the surgeons on that one. Jeez.
I was hoping this would be the whole movie because that is terrifying.
Yeah,
I would rather it just be this and do like some Hills Have Eyes type stuff.
Yeah,
Where they're just
a
he's
psychological
monster
thriller,
or
though.
something.
That interests me. That's creepy, though.
I might watch it when we get more information on it.
Yeah,
As it
get
gets-
a trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
8/24.
while till it comes out next year sometime.
There ain't no cream you can put on that.
he looks familiar.
Kind of
I
looks
just-
like Billy Bob Thornton. Bad Santa himself.
Man.
They melted his wax figure at the museum.
That makes me want to watch the Brendan Fraser movie more, though. Because if I had to choose between the two, I'm picking the Brendan Fraser movie.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, that's the look of concern I would have seeing this.
That's memeable right there. It's perfectly memeable.
Yeah, it could definitely become a meme.
Ugh.
Man,
I'm at a loss for words after the viewing of that.
HBO Max released season 2 of Walker on there.
Oh, yeah.
So we just finished that up today. Actually, it's really good.
Really?
I would recommend that show. It's way better than it's not the Walker Texas Ranger from the 90s. You don't get
Again, you and I disagree on this fact.
on what fact that you
That-
like that 90s version? You like the Chuck Norris?
That's debatable, but is it Walker Texas Ranger without the jean jeggings and the martial arts? Is it?
Yes.
It's what made the other one, but I could still see it based on characters around that story.
I
still
can see
call
it working and
Walker.
just being a Western-esque show. Yes, I agree. But is it Walker Texas Ranger?
Well, this show's not even titled Walker Texas Ranger. It's just called Walker. It's about
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he is a Texas Ranger though.
Is he his son or is he him?
No, he's Walker.
Then he needs the jeggings and the martial arts.
No.
Is it a modern retelling or just like same era, just new stories?
No, it's all modern. Like he's got in the show he's not raised by Indians. So there's no Indian mystical garbage, no visions.
Disagree.
Um, and obviously he's not like a kung fu karate artist. So,
Two things that make Walker who
uh,
Walker is. So
but
you're
it's
just
more of a crime drama and stuff based around the Texas Rangers and stuff. And he's got his wife. So in the first season, his wife dies. Like you find out the first episode, his wife dies, gets murdered by a gang.
that happens in the show, doesn't it? The other show.
No, he's not married in the other show.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, him and the DA have something going on for
That's
like
correct.
the
Yeah.
entire series. They get married the last season, and
You're
then
right. You're right.
yeah. Anyways, so he's got two kids. His wife dies in the first episode, and it's by a gang, like a cartel or something. And then he has to go on trying to figure out, like, find out who actually killed her and stuff like that. So
So good.
yeah, no, it's good. It is really good.
This has got me like, we need to do an agree to disagree again. It's been so long.
I don't mind it.
Not, I don't either.
I think it's a completely different animal, so it's not comparable in the same way. It's not trying to do the same thing and just shunning its past. This is more of like a grounded,
Yeah,
more true to life kind of take on it.
Yeah.
And they use the walker for the clickbait, maybe.
Yeah, you could have called that anything. You could have called that Smith.
yeah, but I mean, it's CBS who did the original one, so it's based off the characters from this original show.
Yeah.
The nice thing about it is though the language is about what the original series had. Nothing egregious, like, and then sexual content and stuff in it. It's very clean. Like I don't think there was anything. Even the original Walker series, there were scenes like in strip clubs and stuff, and
It did
I
have
haven't
some
and
stuff,
I haven't
yeah.
seen anything in this one. So that's shocking
that's
for
good.
the time difference. Uh, but yeah, no, it's a really good show. I enjoy it.
That's
We've
cool.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, if you're gonna carry over one thing, that would be the thing to carry over is
Yeah,
the content style.
yeah.
I watched about 3 months too late The Adam Project.
Oh yeah,
The Ryan Reynolds movie that came out a while back on Netflix. It's actually pretty fun.
I've heard a lot of people say they like it.
It was actually a lot of fun to watch. I didn't realize going into it who had the most daunting task in the entire movie, and it's definitely the little boy who has to pretend to be a young Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds is just doing his thing that
Mhm.
whole movie. You know what he does it again in this. But that little boy has to be a miniature version of that, and boy does he kill it. Like the first two lines out of his mouth are sarcastic and quick and witty, and it's just like, okay.
So is it like a modern retelling of the kid with?
It definitely, that's kind of where my mind went at
Yeah.
first, but the story it's real cliched. The story is your typical science fiction. Okay, we're gonna take this science fiction thing, and make a movie out of it. But you're watching it because of Ryan Reynolds. Anybody watching that, it's just because you like what he does and
Yeah.
how he does it. And I think it worked really well. And there were even a couple scenes where if he turns on the tears, you feel that. You feel that. Ryan Reynolds, I wish he'd do more dramas because he is a good actor.
Yeah.
He just chooses not to do those roles to go do the same thing that he always does. The only downside to it was it had a lot of language in it. It did have a lot.
Really?
Every scene Ryan Reynolds is in, he's cussing. And it's because it's Ryan Reynolds. But if it would have had less language in it, I could have let the kids watch it and
Mhm.
it would have been fun for all of us.
Hmm.
Because the sci-fi was that cheesy, middling, very Star Trek kind of
Yeah.
fun. But I just don't know why he needs to literally curse in every scene that he's in. That's the only.
Yeah. What about you, Colin? What have you been watching?
I haven't gotten around to anything this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty much buried in the busyness, everything going on, and
I know.
didn't find time to watch anything.
At this point, I'm just waiting for Elvis and Top Gun Maverick to release on whatever streaming site they're going to go to because I really want to watch them. I just don't have time to go to the movies and watch them,
Right.
which is unfortunate. And nothing else is out. Black Phone's out, and I want to watch it. Haven't had time. Jurassic World is out. I'd probably watch it again just to solidify my concrete opinions on the series as a whole. I'll probably write something about it because I despise those movies, but
I don't know.
It's bad.
I know. You said that. I don't disagree. I haven't seen it, but I believe you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was worse than how you portray it.
It's pretty bad. Anything else?
Nope, I got nothing else.
Colin?
Nothing here.
All right. Take us away, Chase. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. You can also check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. You can come follow me on Instagram at JahazoGood. You can follow Jesse on Instagram
At Popcorn and Coffee.
and Colin on Instagram.
Colin BG.
at Colin VG. If you have any questions about movies, maybe content-wise that you're not sure of or you're thinking about seeing and want our opinion on it, you can message us on Instagram.
Sure thing.
And we can give you a quick review of it or what we think about it and let you know.
Look at you.
So,
I like it.
Yep.
That's all, folks.
Bye.
Bye. Matt.
Goat noise.